I know all the words to the Canadian national anthem. I'll sing them when we get up there and do it. Oh, Canada.
Listen. So I went wide open, hoping for a little taste of that unknown. Living in a fast car, living in a fast car days.
Welcome back to another edition of Checkers, Wreckers, and What the Heckers. My name is Chad Bearden. I'm a country music artist, content creator, and NASCAR super fan. Joined always by my so entertaining, illustrious guest host. Please allow me to introduce them to you.
Amen.
He left Sony Mobile ES with a golden parachute and a yacht full of options, but decided to chase something faster, louder, and more dangerous than early retirement. NASCAR VIP Logistics. Born in Ohio, raised on cornbread, charisma, and conditioner. He's now the at-track VIP coordinator for the Haas factory team and the only man in the garage whose hair has outqualified 3 chartered cars. They say Rick Kojan walks into the infield, cell phone service improves. When drivers forget their hard card, Rick looks at them and suddenly they remember every password they've ever had. He once signed off on a garage guest list while upside down in a pace car hot lap and then still made it to the hospitality in time to stop Pitbull from stealing a shrimp cocktail. If coolness was horsepower, this guy's a damn jet engine. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Kojan is here, and your regular pass just became premium.
Coco, welcome back.
Hey, thank you. I embrace the Coco. There's a story behind that. We didn't get a chance to get to it. Chad, thank you very much. Appreciate being back. My hair appreciates being back. It's doing pretty good. I'm in some air conditioning right now, and I'm not facing the hell that I have to face with the heat and humidity. Thank y'all. What up?
All right. He's not just a co-host. He's a certified Carolina icon.
Yeah.
Straight out of Greensboro, North Carolina, where the tea is sweet and the pit crews are terrified. He once held the title of the fastest man in the state while at Wake Forest. That's not a nickname, folks. That's a felony in 4 counties. He used to change tires at Stewart Haas Racing so fast, the stopwatch waved a white flag. Now, he's the at-track IT specialist for Hendrick Motorsports, which is basically the NASA of NASCAR. And he's the only guy who can fix your Wi-Fi and your wardrobe in the same garage stall. He's got the looks that make mannequins insecure and mirrors do double take. One time, a camera refused to take his picture out of fear it would shatter from sheer handsomeness. Some say he's the sexiest man in the garage. Others just faint when he walks by. If the show's feeling flat, bland, or beige, this man kicks in the door with horsepower, humor, and a full rack of RGB lighting. He's not here to bring balance. He's here to bring chaos. Make some noise for your co-host, the pit lane heartthrob, the garage god, the man, the myth, the mesh polo legend, Chris Justice.
Well, thank you, boys. What an exciting weekend we had. We got some fresh merch going on. Look at these T-shirts, these hats.
That hat looks legit on you.
Coming to the website soon, ladies and gentlemen. Be ready. They're coming.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look, Checkers, Wreckers, and What the Heckers, baby. We're moving up in the world like elevators. Shout out to Outcast.
I like it. So, yeah, exciting weekend. I got to hang out at the house here by myself this weekend.
Oh, man.
My wife had a conference and all the kids.
Who knows what happens when you're by yourself? Actually, I know what happens, and it's not dirty. It's positive. What'd you do?
I worked on lots of stuff for the podcast.
Yep. What'd you make?
I put a big chub of bologna on the smoker.
Ooh,
my
wait.
God, I love you so much.
Good. It was so good.
I delivered it to some sandwiches to these guys today, and
it's in the fridge right now. Like if this podcast ends in 2 minutes, I'm good to go.
I crushed mine already.
Come on.
It was lunch, bro. I ate it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I fast during the day, but okay, got you.
Yeah, I
Yeah, and
fast
then
too. I fast
Chad,
right to
thank
it.
you, thank you, thank you. Fast.
he
Yeah, I
went
fast.
fast.
I fasted right through that sandwich. Yeah.
Oh, and then Mike Davis came down and watched the cup race with me and had a bologna sandwich with me. So that was good. He was over in Europe all last week, so it was good to catch up and see some of his pictures, and that was fun. But you guys were at the track. So tell me about that and tell me tell me how your teams did there, Chris.
Listen, we had it was hot, humid. Mother Nature was sprinkling her fingers on everything and making us tap dance around her wishes. But over and all, it was hot. It was Indy. Everybody loves the Brickyard. It's just one of those nostalgic places to be. Um, you turn in, you come through the tunnel, and you come out of the tunnel. You're looking at the infamous or the famous museum there, with all the history, and you pull into the parking lot, and you walk through the garage, and you see the pagoda, and it's just like, ah, man, this is Indy, right? This is one of the iconic places that we race, and it is what it is. It's a big place, 2.5 mile racetrack, flat oval, and it's just massive. And it's a lot of concrete. And when it's 95 degrees, that concrete makes it feel like it's 295 degrees and it's hot. And it is miserable when you're pushing the cars and equipment. Um, and it takes a toll on your body. Shout out to those drivers who endure this race for, what's 2.5, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it takes for this 400-mile race that we do there. But it's a lot. It's grueling. It's a grind. But you go there and to kiss those bricks at the end of the weekend. I have the privilege to have done this several times, and it's one of those places that you want to go back to, right? Time and time again. Whether it's you just endure the heat to have that moment.
That's cool. And your teams did fairly well this weekend. Fairly
Did
good
fairly
weekend.
well. Team Hendrick brought some horsepower, had some good cars, raced up front all day. And we couldn't seal the deal at the end. But to have the finishes that you have and keep your points where they're at and have all four cars in the top 10 in points there, at the end of the weekend is still a good feat. It's a win-win for the company. But yeah, the ultimate goal, I mean, second place is the first loser, right?
Right.
So ultimately we lost.
Right.
Although we did have a pretty solid points weekend and good race cars all around. How
Ricky?
was your weekend, Ricky?
Well, we don't fire 4 bullets like Team Hendrick does. Okay, so let's be clear there.
No, we don't. You don't. You don't.
Okay,
One car cup
so
team.
yeah, one car cup team.
Yeah.
We started 29th at the end of stage one. I think we were 19th. Um, and yeah, by the end of stage one, maybe I was starting to get a little weary, a little woozy down there. I was reaching for the cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, thank you for co-signing because all my Cleveland boys back there thinks I'm a whiny little bitch.
Nah,
It has been so
nah.
miserable hot these last couple weeks at these races. And again, I look at my pit crew guys and I look at our crew, right? The mechanic crew, they're all wearing fire suits. And I'm just wearing a polo and my pants and I'm dying. Okay. Yeah, so we move up. We're doing okay. And then we cut a tire, and it happens. And we go a lap down. And listen, I would just use the word grinding. I think Cole Custer exemplifies a grinder. And we just keep digging and we just keep trying. We were the benefactors of some of the late race chaos, which I'm sure we'll talk about. We got our lap back. We were floating around 26th. And in that last couple runs after he got his lap back, got the lucky dog, as we used to call it, we finished 20th. And like, honestly, 20th for us, I'm just telling you, we're going to take that. And Hendrick is going to celebrate their top fives and whatever, but we got to celebrate our victories. It was hard fought. I give him credit. Can you imagine how hot those cars are? I mean, come on. So
Yeah, and what people don't realize is you mentioned the fire suits, right? So when you put those fire suits on, all your sweat is trapped, right? So
Right.
you actually are stay a little cooler than you would, um, like Rick and I in polos, right? Because you're wicking inside that fire suit, so you're kind of keeping that moisture trapped, which makes your body feel a little cooler than you and I would be.
Yeah.
And that's just from experience at that place in a fire suit. But yet, it's still hot though. Don't get me wrong. You still had pit crew guys, infield care center getting IVs. You had, fans getting IVs. Like it was just hot. And what people also don't realize is when you're out there and that concrete is hot and is radiating the heat back at you, right? So surface air temp and the concrete temp, like it wears you down.
Yeah, standing on pit road, right, for
That's what I mean.
pre-race.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking. I mean, I didn't shoot one of the temp guns at it, but that thing had to be 130 plus degrees.
Easy.
Ridiculous.
Easy. Oh yeah.
I sweated in places that I don't even want to talk about, but let's just leave that for that for another podcast.
Cold showers was the best.
I called Rick yesterday. He was like, "What?" And I was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "I'm laying here in nothing but shorts, staring at a ceiling fan. I cannot move."
That is actually true. And Chris, you're right, man. We landed in Statesville, and I got my ass home. I think I was 20 minutes with that thing on full cold.
Yeah.
And I slept like a baby. When Chad called me, I'm like, I'm not going to not take his call. I love him. I'm like, yeah, I haven't started moving yet. I just had not started moving yet.
Listen, it's the power of a cold shower after a hot day like that.
I literally sent him the number for an IV guy. I'm like, you need to have this guy come to your house, give you an IV.
That's how much he loves me.
You will feel better.
He did.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys made it back safely, and hopefully this next weekend is a little bit more friendly.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cooler in Iowa, and Chris and I are already working on a dinner plan. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A few NASCAR updates here that just kind of touch base on some things that we talked about before. We had a little bit of a debate on the show a while back about open cars now that 2311 and Front Row are competing as open cars. Would other open cars now take that opportunity to try to knock them out or try to get into the race and capitalize on that? Well, NASCAR this week has changed the rule regarding open teams and how they get into the race. So the open rule update will now be teams who qualify will be given treatment based on owner points. So NASCAR's revised its rule to protect 2311 Racing and Front Row Motorsports, allowing up to 6 open teams to qualify based on owner points, even though their team lost their charters and are now racing as open entities. So make sure that those drivers, that make sure they get in the show and kind of safeguards them from exactly what we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Chris, did you know this? Be honest. Did you know this?
I've heard rumors of it, right?
Yeah.
I think Chad and I had talked offline about that, but I mean, it goes back to that legal jargon we talked about a few weeks ago, right?
I give Chad so much credit because like he comes up with these things.
Yeah.
He is the super fan that he says he is.
Yeah, he digs deep.
I didn't know, and when I read it and learned about it, I'm like, oh wow, they built in a buffer to make sure they make the show. That was, I think this thing ultimately ends in a settlement, but whatever. Let's move on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. More legal jargon, right?
Well, speaking of that, they were back in court today. The teams who are not suing NASCAR were back in court trying to keep NASCAR from getting their books. NASCAR is trying to find out things like how much money Hendrick spent on the
on Chris's salary, or
well, part of that is the reason the teams are fighting it, because they don't want salaries and contracts released. They don't want sponsor agreements,
and neither does NASCAR want to show their books, right?
Right. But NASCAR is saying that all these other teams need to turn over their stuff. So I say that to say the judge the judge made a comment. Essentially, I don't have the exact quote, but essentially said he's never seen two organizations try so hard to burn down a house around them instead of trying to work it out. And he said, but at the end of the day, I'm just the fire marshal. So if y'all want to keep doing this, I'll be here in December.
That's pretty
So,
good.
That is really
yeah.
good.
Jesus
Um,
Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know what I mean? You talk about that in the litigation and like how the courts have legality holds on certain things like until this stuff blows over, man. It's crazy how it has snowballed into this mockery that we have now.
well, yeah, now you got the teams who didn't sue NASCAR fighting against NASCAR and
Yeah, I
NASCAR
didn't
trying to
even know
force them.
that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
I didn't
keep
know
this
that
stuff
they were being
private,
asked
yeah.
to divulge that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And
I
they're
know
worried
about that.
and they're worried about stuff getting leaked to other teams and losing competitive advantage and sponsor deals and things like that. Um,
Yeah, because then it's
but
public knowledge, it goes to the courts, right?
Yeah, you
right.
do not
Yeah.
want to know what everybody's got everybody signed for.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
public.
mess.
Right. And they were saying like Hendrick, they specifically wanted to know like what Hendrick spent on the project to run Lamar.
Really?
That whole deal.
The
That
American Thunder project? Really?
yeah, that was part of it.
Why is that
Um,
relevant?
that NASCAR wants all that information as part of discovery to present with the lawsuit. So, but
All I want to do is see the car, Chris.
We
But
can make that happen.
yeah, that's all
We can make that
I
happen.
watch American Thunder. It was legit. Anyway.
um, the bigger, more exciting news was NASCAR announced this week that they will debut the first ever race on an active military base next year at the naval base at Coronado in San Diego, June 19th through 21st of 2026. That is going to be insane. The promos and stuff look so cool. NASCAR did such a great job with that. I'm truly excited about that. And how about a curveball out of left field?
Listen, the rumors were San Diego. I probably can speak for Ricky and myself that we thought it was going to be downtown San Diego.
Yep.
Not at the Air Force Base. I mean, excuse me, Naval Base.
Yep.
That was definitely a big curveball, right? So the rumor mill was San Diego, San Diego, San Diego, and there was a lot of good sound talks about that, like from some reputable people, but you never thought about it being at the base, and
Right.
that's definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, pretty ironic, and it's gonna be one of those like you want to be there kind of moments, to just do that, right? Like who races on a naval base?
An active naval
Naval
base.
base,
I mean,
right?
so freaking cool.
Yeah, so cool. So hats off to them for making
I-
it happen, man.
Yeah, I lived out there from 2004 to 2020, 16 years. I took part in a couple like bike races that went up over the Coronado Bridge and down towards the naval base and then back through downtown San Diego. Let me just tell you, this is going to be a smash home run. The backdrop alone on who I don't know where this is going to fall in the schedule, like who's going to televise this, a prime race or whatever.
It should be right at the beginning of Prime, I think.
Beginning of Prime? Okay. Yeah. The naval ships, the backdrop, the water, seeing Point Loma, like, and when the drivers are there, the connection between America and this sport and the military and racing on their base. Listen, I assure actually, I'll just tell you a joke. When this was formally announced, I just sent a note inside the company and I'm like, my hand is right up. I will be there. I'll fly out whenever you want me to go. I'm not missing this race. I'm 100% on this one. So
100%.
super excited.
On a serious note, a quick note, we want to send some thoughts and prayers out to Stuart Friesen,
Sure.
NASCAR Truck Series
Absolutely.
driver who was involved
Yep.
in a horrendous crash last night, running a race up in Quebec, Canada. Just horrible race. He's still hospitalized. Haven't seen, his wife posted an update earlier that just said, pretty much there's still not a lot of details. He's got some fractures to his hip, or sorry, his pelvis.
Yeah, it's a bad
Multiple.
double pelvic injury with the leg.
Yeah, so very good chance that he doesn't. He qualified for the playoffs earlier this year, got a win at Michigan.
Mhm.
It was having a pretty decent year. So hate that for him. I mean, you hate it for anybody, but horrific crash. Thoughts and prayers to Stewart. Hopefully recovers quickly and he gets back in that truck sometime soon.
You know what's,
So
I think he's out for the season. You know what's unrelatable to like the three of us is the fact that no matter, I think, like you said, right, it was a dirt mod race in Quebec, and I know he's a Canadian born,
right.
right? You know, Bell races outside the sport of NASCAR. Larson races. Many drivers do it, right? And I think the thing that's tough for like all the rest of us to understand is whatever they strap into of their free will, their desire, their want to, with absolutely no regard and worry about the dangers of racing, no matter what series, what car. And I think that's the toughest thing for somebody outside the car that doesn't drive it to understand, that they accept that and they're doing what they love.
Yeah, but
And
those
for
also
sure.
those extracurricular events, right? Also help them, in my opinion, help them um, progress in our sport,
Yeah.
right? So you look at those guys, those dirt guys, they drive loose cars, and you like, how the hell did he save
Yeah.
it, right? Like the C Bells and the Larsons and
Yeah.
the things they do on the asphalt track, and how the dirt track stuff or the other races that they do year round, how those little attributes translates over and help them be successful in the NASCAR thing. So kind of goes hand in hand. But to your point, yeah, you don't think about the danger side of it
Right.
and how it
They
affects
accept it.
your.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. We're racers.
Yeah, I looked
Right.
up some of his stats, and like in that particular dirt mod series, like he is Kyle Larson. Like he's killing it with his
Right.
wins and his, so you know, is
Yeah.
all the best.
Well, let's get into some three wide.
Three wide.
I feel like we need something there. Three wide.
We have something there.
What is it? Is it our voices just going three wide?
Do you watch the podcast or listen to it?
I listen. I'm gonna make an embarrassing thing here right now. I love doing these. I don't think I've watched one. Is that bad to say?
Yes.
It
That's
is?
horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, you
No,
least
I
gotta
love
watch
what we
one.
do.
This is why I
but
can't get any
want-
feedback.
I want people
Jesus
to tell me
Christ.
how we were. Like, I don't know.
There are literally transitions between every single segment.
There is?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch one. I promise you I'm going to watch one. I don't want that guy to come back out and tell me that I don't know nothing about NASCAR. That really hurt my feelings. Come
He's
on.
gonna say you
I'm
don't know
more-
nothing about podcasting.
I'm more worried about you
Yeah,
knowing
you
what
could say.
happens
I don't know
in our own
shit.
podcast.
I don't know shit about podcasts or social media. I just like this part.
Jesus
Whatever.
Christ.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. All right. So when I initially did the show notes here, the first topic was, has NASCAR gone too soft with penalties?
Yep.
Well, I sent that out before NASCAR announced today that they were suspending the number 21 of Austin Hill for intentionally wrecking the number 19 of Eric Almirola this weekend at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He will miss the Iowa race. He will, as of this point, lose all of his playoff points that he had earned, which was 21 points, 21 playoff points. He will be ineligible to earn any more playoff points. And in order to qualify for the playoffs, he would have to receive a waiver from NASCAR. So really, I want to shift this from, has NASCAR gone too soft on penalties, to if a driver is suspended by NASCAR, should they receive a waiver to be able to compete in the playoffs after getting a penalty that suspends them? Rick, you're up
Oh, I'm
first.
first. God, so did you see my chair going up and down?
Oh, he was ready, Chad. He was ready.
My chair going up and down?
He was ready.
Absa. Is Noah still on the podcast? Freaking, abso-freaking-lutely not. I don't understand this. I'm sorry. I don't get it. And Chad, I know you pointed out to me there's precedent set previously. So, like, let's not even talk about the waiver, because if there's been a waiver, and you mentioned them, I think it was Bubba and Chase and not Briscoe, Elliott. So if we're just going to let them back in anyway, then make the penalty be the points, which we've discussed. The ones that are earned are gone. You can't earn anymore. So basically, they want you to go into the playoffs at flat zero. Okay. Let's not talk about the waiver, because, like, how do you put a waiver back in? It's just signed, I'm sorry, A. Hill. And, oh, by the way, go fuck yourself. Like, what do you do? So I don't. I am completely against it, but they're going to do it because Chad's going to tell me there's precedent set. So I don't want to look stupid and get yelled at. So let's not even talk about the waiver because they're going to permit it. Go ahead.
I think,
Justice.
In my opinion, here I am. I think if you have enough points and you get suspended and you have enough points to carry you still into the playoffs, once you get to the playoffs, whatever points you enter with, right? So he suspended this one race, right?
Yep.
So he gets 0 points. Right?
For this one race. Yep.
Correct. So you've already done damage to the playoff points because he can't earn any playoff points, right?
Right. But he's got his 21 in the pocket.
Okay. So he earned those. Right. So why are we stripping 21 points that are previous to the incident? Right. So he's getting 0 points moving into Iowa. Right. So he still has 21 points. Correct.
Normally he would, but they're taking them.
But I'm saying why? Why are you taking the points that have already been
the penalty, right?
The penalty is you sitting at home for a week, right? So if he was up 3 points and he sits home, he's out of the playoffs, right?
Right, but he's already qualified.
No, because our system is not based on points. Our system is based on winning you're in.
Right, Chad's right there. Right, so
but
he's already qualified.
But he's already won, right?
Yes, he's won multiple times.
So he's in.
But
removing the points is useless to me.
But the rule also says you are not playoff eligible if you do not compete in every race.
That's where I stand.
That's the piece I was missing.
That's where I stand.
I
don't get it.
That's the piece I was missing.
You're not eligible unless you compete in every race, or if you miss a race, you must receive a waiver from NASCAR.
Right. So under what basis do you submit that waiver? I'm sorry that I MF'd you, and I'm sorry I right hooked a guy and could have put his life in jeopardy. Like, what does the waiver say?
The waiver says you acknowledge you're wrong, and you can say you can unfuck yourself because you told them to go fuck themselves.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of
unfuck, Chris, I'm sorry I turfed your lawn and ran into your Camaro and damaged it, but I apologize for that wrongdoing.
I apologize. It comes with an oops. It comes with an oops, so it's all good.
Okay.
So this was his radio.
They correct it to the left. It gets locked to the left and can run into the next team.
How much you think that played in NASCAR's decision?
Well, I think it all played in there. I think all of the radio chatter played in there. I think him saying "go fuck yourself" played into it. I think if he would just wrecked him and drove off into the sunset, maybe the penalty wouldn't be so harsh. You know what I mean? But it was all the antics that came with it is what made them. Remember, this is NASCAR sandbox.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and then after the race, Jordan Bianchi caught up with Richard Childress, and he He asked Richard Childress if Austin Hill should be suspended. And this is the
That was
quote
not good.
from Richard
That was
Childress.
not good.
Hell no. They didn't do a damn thing to Austin Hendrick when he wrecked Ty Dillon and then admitted to it. Drove him into the right rear and wrecked him at Coda. It's who you are. We're a blue collar team and they give us trouble all the time. And just for the record, they did assess points and money to Austin Hendrick. The only reason he didn't get a suspension was because, according to NASCAR, it was a low speed event, not the same as a 2.5 mile track.
And they do view each one.
Yeah, because of the
individually.
because the
Yeah.
potential
For
potential hazard.
circumstances, speed,
Right.
track.
Right.
I also think they said on that one, Chad, and thank you because you had a ton of good detail, was like runoff area, right? So where it was, the car turned and you're not turning him headlong into a wall. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I understand. Yes, there's precedent. You did it last year with Chase. You know, he wrecks Denny Hamlin, and Denny went on Twitter and put all the SMT data up. NASCAR suspends Chase, and then they give him his second waiver of the year.
Yeah, I did not know that.
He
Good
received
detail.
He
Good
received the
detail.
first one for the medical waiver, and then
Skiing
a couple
accident.
weeks
Skiing
later,
accident.
yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
and
Still
then
working. Yep.
then they gave him the waiver after he wrecked Denny. Again, at some point, this way either
I agree.
have the waiver or don't.
Or don't.
Like
I agree. Like, why
If
even
it's
bring
just
it up
given
if you
away,
don't get
then
it
why
back?
do we talk
and
about it?
and they said at the beginning of the year that they were going to view this waiver differently, because even they made a point to say, if you miss a race on speed, because they kept using that as a point for 2311 and front row. They made the point, if you miss a race on speed, you're not going to get a waiver. You're not going to get a waiver on anything but medical, or if your wife has a baby, that's considered.
Right.
So are they going to take that hard stance now? Are they actually going to live up to that? Because if they don't, if they give Austin Hill a waiver and let him in the playoffs, then you need to then stop suspending people.
So agreed.
I mean,
I agree.
it's a waste of
So
everybody's
agreed.
time. Because
I
does anybody care that it's on his record that he's got suspended? No. His family has this B2B deal with Bennett. His sponsors are not going anywhere. He's fully funded through that B2B deal. Richard Childress is not backing down from him. He's exactly the kind of driver that Richard Childress wants there.
And the car will still run, to your point. Austin Dillon's going to sit in it. He'll pilot it. Whatever.
Right. And they don't care. It'll make laps next week. And
Yep.
then he'll be back in it the next week. And he'll go run the playoffs, and he'll be probably a Final Four contender.
Yeah. The only
if they let him.
penalty then is the playoff points. And that's what we should talk about. That's really what the penalty is, if you're just going to let him back in the playoffs. So,
which probably won't matter, because he'll probably win a race.
And I was getting ready to say that. How it plays out in this deal.
That's
he's
true.
going to win a race after this is all said and done. Is I'm in the playoffs anyway, bitch.
Now that
move his ass on through. Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't matter, because still, even if they don't give him if they don't give him a waiver, even if he could win every race for the rest of the year, it doesn't make him playoff eligible.
That's correct.
But if they do, and he has no points, yeah, he can just advance right through the playoffs, just winning the race. It doesn't matter that he don't have points.
Yeah, that was Chris's point
through.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was my point. He can just breeze his way through.
That's it.
And then give him the big middle finger at the motorhome.
Yeah, which is exactly what he'll
or not use his mouth.
Yeah, he'll
Just
sit
be
at the car and say,
yeah,
NASCAR can go F themselves.
You can just put your finger up and be like, see,
Number
like
one,
I just did.
First on the list, baby.
You can't say nothing.
All right, let's move on to the next thing. And
Moving
this is more just for fun.
What we
So give me Chris Justice. We're going to start with you. If you were Ben Kennedy and you were in charge of the schedule, but you were forced to add a track to the schedule, and you were forced to take a race off of the schedule, tell me a race that you would add and tell me one that you would delete.
And by the way, this is a legit question because before he answers, there are 2 that are leaving. We talked about San Diego coming in, so there's a hole. So go ahead.
I would think about obviously Chicago's done, right? So no more 4th of July. But I'm a big fan of Road America. Road America is a good racing venue with good scenery, great food, and great hospitality that Cup cars don't go to anymore. Xfinity went to for a long time, but Cup cars don't go anymore. I would put Road America on the map, and I would get rid of. I mean, honestly, I'm not a big fan of Kansas outside of the barbecue. Like the race at Kansas for me is kind of boring.
Well, they have 2, so you're saying clip 1.
Yeah, clip one
Okay.
Kansas race and put Road America in there.
All right.
I'll be good with that.
So again, I was kind of leading up to that. I don't think you need to clip a Kansas race because Chicago is out, right?
Mhm.
Got to fill the slot. San Diego, we talked about it. We're not going to Mexico.
Does the San Diego replace the Mexico, right?
No, well, either way you want to look at it.
Okay.
Does San Diego I get what you're saying. Does San Diego replace Mexico or does San Diego replace Chicago Street? You choose.
Let's
Pick
go.
one.
Let's go. San Diego replaces Mexico.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We still need to replace Chicago Street. That's an open hole.
Road America.
A good suggestion by you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I want to co-sign it, but I'm waving the banner.
Wave it.
Stretch this sport out. Let's go north of the border and give me the road course race in Canada.
Montreal or the other park up there?
I'll be happy with it. I'll be happy with whichever one they can sign the deal with.
Montreal
is Gilles Villeneuve, right? The F1 circuit.
And I think the problem with that right now is the Xfinity bandaged or the Xfinity branding that the Canadian
Telcel or whatever. You can't do. Okay.
And I think that's the holdup with the whole Canada thing.
Really? I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm out on the other one, which is I'd say isn't Mossport in Toronto?
Yeah, and they don't want the Xfinity branding posted all over Canada.
Yeah. Okay.
If that holds true, that's what I heard. Why we didn't go to Montreal over Mexico.
I was just thinking we lost 2 road courses. We'll replace with 2 road courses. So if what Chris is saying is true, not a problem. 4.2, 4.3 picturesque miles through the woods. Road America. Give it to me.
Yeah.
No problem. What do you got, Chad?
All right. Mine's going to be a bit controversial.
Of course it is because you're a super fan. What do you
like
got?
it. Bring it.
So
nice hat, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, look at that.
Well, Lazy Bear Hat Company.
Yeah. We have merch now. I had to buy this hat. I bet those hats are free for us.
All right. So the race that I'm going to cut is going to be the Nashville Speedway.
Oh, interesting.
The race that I'm going to add in its place is going to be Nashville Fairgrounds.
Oh, that is a super fan move. Nashville Fairgrounds is outstanding.
He's trying to make like a Indy Brickyard jump to IRP type of move here.
Can you imagine if the Cup cars went to IRP though? What kind of show that would bring?
Yeah, they can't support it though. And that's going to be the same thing at the fairgrounds. What do you do? Put in 10,000 people and be like, woohoo, gets this race.
And I mean, these cars just don't run great on the short track. I don't know. That's the only caveat.
Right.
Is the Speedway is a bigger track than the fairgrounds. But I mean, I like Bowman Gray was fun. Bowman Gray was a lot of fun. I mean, I know that's an exhibition race,
Yeah, you
But
thought outside the box on this one. That's solid.
That was a good move.
That's solid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris and I just replaced road courses for road courses, but good
Yeah.
job, Chad.
I mean, I really hope at some point that they're able to get that deal done with the fairgrounds and we go back there. So,
But at one point, that was some good racing at the fairground.
yeah, no, 100%. It's,
Yeah.
you know, just there's been people move in over there who've decided that even though they live beside a racetrack, they don't want race cars coming to the racetrack.
Yeah.
So they're trying to push back against it. So, but hopefully they get it done. You know, Marcus Smith is working on it. Dale Jr. has put a lot of effort into that. So
that's strong. I'm still standing up for our Canadian brothers. We got to go north of the border,
Listen,
expand the
Montreal-
sport. I know all the words to the Canadian national anthem.
Checkers, wreckers, and what the heckers.
What the? A couple years when I was bush racing.
Right.
It's pretty badass. It's a good place to go.
There's a lot of fans.
I would love to
there,
go to Montreal.
Right? Yeah.
There was a lot of fans up there. Yeah. That's when we debuted the race tires in the Busch Series, was Montreal.
Mm.
All right. Well, let's get into some checkers, wreckers, and what the heckers for Indy. All right. We're going to talk some trucks.
Trucks it is. Trucks are up.
Trucks were at IRP. So they were down the road from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, not at the big boy place, but
yeah,
at the park.
Short track.
Yeah,
Did
short track.
Did Corey Heim win the race?
Did you watch this race?
I watched a little bit of it, and I know he didn't win.
He didn't
All right.
win.
Chris, you were up first for checkers.
So my checkers this week, I'm gonna give a big shout out to Lane Riggs in that 34 truck. Total domination. This guy led 160 of 200 laps. With a move like that, domination like that, you have to have the checkers to completely dominate the field pretty much the whole race. No ifs, ands, buts about it. 160 of 200 laps, you lead. Hands down, Lane Riggs is my checkers for the truck race at IRP.
My checkers goes to Corey Day. This was his 11th truck start, and he finishes second. He outmaneuvers some really good veteran drivers and just looked like an absolute pro. So he gets my checkers for this one. Ricky, do you have a checkers?
Because he hadn't been in that truck in over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. My
checkers goes to myself and to Lane Riggs and the fact that I knew he won the race. Thank you.
All right. My wreckers for trucks. During the stage 1 pit stop, Ross Chastain experienced a loose left front tire. It forced him to drive over the wheel, which caused damage to the truck. And then it took him out of contention. Really just screwed that truck up. So that's my wreckers. Chris?
I had my notes here. I had Tom Majeski. And I have him as my wrecker because he is the defending champion. And after this race, he has the last car before the cutoff, last truck before the cutoff, going into the playoffs. And for me, if you're the defending champion, I expect you to be a little better in points than last on the cutoff.
Fair.
That's my record.
Ricky?
Our Rutgers goes to you two, and the fact that you were not at Union 50 in downtown Indianapolis with me. The truck race was on the TV up over the bar. I had a good dinner.
All right, give me some.
And whoa, let me add. I invited Chris. True or false?
You did.
And you were busy with family or
chilling.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just always take care of my guy.
All right, give me some heckers, Chris.
My heckers. And shout out to and a speedy recovery for Friesen. But he's my hecker. And this is why. He had that pit strategy, stage 2. right? And he bounced back, recovered. He finished third in the race. To lose it all in post-race inspection and get disqualified. What the heck happened there? You know?
Yeah. My what the heckers was it looked like Superman found his kryptonite. I don't know what was going on, but even though he finished fourth, Corey Haim looked the most average maybe that I've ever seen him look. He led a couple laps, but really was not a contender to win that race at any point. So he did lock up the regular season points championship in that race. So congrats to that, but just looked average at best all day, which is not something we've seen from him at all this year. That's my what the heckers. Ricky?
Yeah, mine would go to myself. And to that very point, I was shooting my mouth off at the bar at Union 50. I was with my man Eric, and I said, "What's the difference? Heim wins every race." And then he looks at me, he goes, "I guess you were wrong." And I'm like, "Yeah, the dinner's good though." Sorry.
All right, let's talk some Xfinity at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Rick, you're up first for
now
checkers.
moved to the big track. We left the short track. We're back at the big track with our Xfinity boys.
Ricky,
wow.
checkers.
Yeah, a race I actually watched and was front row center to. All right, so my checkers, and you guys know I'm a homer. I get it. Okay, my checkers goes to Connor Zilic, but for a few different reason here. I want you to hear me out. The guy has won 3 races in a row. Y'all aware of that? 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He has 5 wins. You guys aware of that? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where he gets my checkers. I'm not sure Connor Zilic was going to win that race. Okay. Until Kyle Larson got a whole bunch of steering wheel and that thing got loose, swept up the track, collected Justin Allgaier on that restart, and somehow, well, not somehow, but swept them 2 out of the way, and somehow through it comes Connor Zilic. So there's my checkers, kind of a hybrid between Connor himself, 3 wins in a row, five races won this year, but a big factor that led to him being the winner that he turned out to be, in my opinion.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna follow up with that because I had Junior Motorsports as a whole, and I say that before reaching a milestone of 100 wins.
Yeah, that's killer.
That's killer. That's hard to do. That says a lot about their organization, the pride in their business, and it goes a long way. Reaching 100 wins is not easy, right? I mean, we didn't have 100 wins at Stewart Haas, right? So to say you have 100 wins means that you have, sacrificed a lot to get to that milestone. So for me, that's my checkers.
And honestly, it's a shameless plug. Watch the Earnhardt special, right? The four episode on Prime. Watch that and then think about what you just said, Chris Justice.
Mm-hmm.
How did Kelly and Dale Jr. get to where they are right now? It's an amazing accomplishment.
Amazing. I mean,
it really is.
Absolutely. So
good stuff.
Yeah.
What you got, super fan?
Well, that was my checkers too. Doing it for Dale, Little Gator, Connor Zilic, Carson Quabble. We're all fighting hard to get the 100th win for JRM, and they have to give a huge thanks to a former winner at JRM and current Haas driver Sam Mayer, who helped secure that victory for his old boss. So checker for Sam Mayer as well.
Money Mayer pushed well, man.
Money Mayer.
He did.
Oh, boy.
And he was trying every way he could to get that Ford out front, and it did not work out for him. He mixed it up every way, but I mean, he drove a heck of a race. All right, let's talk wreckers, Chris.
Listen, I gotta go with Larson in 17. Wrecking it all for one there. Washing up into Allgaier, who ruined his day. He was done, right? That's my wrecker. Larson loosened to the 7, which put him out of the race on the restart.
Yeah, I had that too. And then also the 16 and the 48 tangle on a restart early. The 48 got launched into the wall, and the 16 ended up with a tire rub. The 48 had major damage. I mean, I think he made it back out and limped around, but really hard wreck for those guys. But yeah, the Larson incident was quite the wrecker. Rick?
Yeah, quite the wrecker. What you got, Rick?
I feel like we didn't watch the same race.
Well, this is why we have 3 different opinions.
How was this not a landslide?
I don't know. What you got?
This is the Xfinity race, right?
Correct.
This is the race where Austin Hill hooked Almirola in the right rear.
Yeah,
Okay. Listen, I saw it happen. I watched the replays. Why do drivers wear white gloves? Like, maybe it's a preference. Don't wear white gloves because, like, I see you collect the car and I think to myself, oh my God, how did you collect that car? And I don't know if there was contact. Maybe there was by Almirola. Maybe he got rooted. Maybe he took air off the spoiler. But when you see this, and SMT data will prove it, like, that's a problem, right? And then to make matters worse, you get parked for 5 laps. You tell NASCAR to go fuck themselves. To me, this is a complete lack of respect for the sport, for the drivers you're competing against. And I think his record in the past is he's a bit of a bully, right? I think his nickname's Big Country. Like, I don't want to fight him. I'm not trying to do that, but I think there's some past history there. It's an easy records for me. Austin Hill 21. Come on.
Yeah, that was my heckers.
Okay. And again, sometimes we spin
too.
the what the heck are you doing versus versus, oh my God, you're wrecking. I thought you guys, I was going last on this one. I'm like, I'm just gonna go cosine. Go ahead.
This is my that was my what the heckers too.
Got it.
Yeah, I do not like. First of all, the guy made an incredible save.
Agreed.
Like, what a save to point that thing back straight.
Yes.
And then what an idiotic move to wreck both of your cars intentionally. Then you've ruined your day. You go down. Now you've forced your whole team into this crap situation.
Yep.
You go down, the official is standing there holding you, and then you get on the radio and dog cuss NASCAR because they want to hold you for 5 laps. Like, you could not have made that look more intentional if you tried. You could have hung a banner out the window and said, I put it straight up his butt, and it wouldn't have, I mean, it would have been the exact same thing.
Yep.
Don't give me the BS. Oh, I got loose and I couldn't straighten it up. Everybody watched you straighten it up, bro. You had 87 TNT cameras pointed, or CW cameras pointing right at you.
I said the same thing. That was a big bratty moment for him. He probably went back and watched that and was like, what the hell was I thinking? I hope he did, because it was a big bratty move. That was a big bratty move after the fact. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
He never learns from this stuff. He does this stuff.
Right. There is that past. I was right on that. Right, Chad?
Yeah.
What's that past history?
Yeah, but he doesn't have the
I know Superfan would know that.
The big penalty like he has now, though, right? So now this is the big slap on the wrist, right? All right. You want to be a big shot?
I don't think he's ever got suspended, but he's definitely gotten fined multiple times.
Well, he ain't paying the fine.
He's a bully.
But now he lost the points and potentially the playoff spot, right? So now it hits harder than just, you got to pay 40 grand. He never had to pay the 40 grand.
Yeah. And again, this guy is so incredibly talented behind the wheel, as he showed before the dumb move.
No question.
He's fully funded. This guy if
He
he
should
could
be
just,
the heir apparent to the 3 car when Austin Dillon steps into
Retires.
management. Everybody
Yep.
thinks that.
100% or whatever
Sure.
that car number is going to be, because they shouldn't
Yep.
put somebody else in a 3 car.
Ooh,
But
super fan.
That's a whole nother topic.
Super
Yeah.
fan. That'll be another topic.
but yeah, so if if they want to bring, he runs the 33 car already. When he runs Cup, let him run the 33 car. But
Hold on, viewers. Comment on who should be, if anyone, to replace the 3 car. All right, let's have at it.
yeah, that's cool. Or just
I-
retire it, right? Take
Or
it
just
off the
retire.
track.
What should
That's
it be? Thoughts
well,
right here.
call.
that it was a big deal when it happened anyways,
It
because
was.
Dale's mom, RC, had promised Dale's mom that it would never be run again as long as he
Correct.
owned the team.
Correct.
And then, so she was really upset when he brought it back for Austin. So that was already a big deal. So then if you put somebody else in it, again, Richard drove that car before Dale did. So at least you can justify it a little bit. If you
With the
put,
grandson.
Austin Hill in that car, no, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
All right,
Too
listen.
Listen, we all know I'm a Kyle Busch homer. I don't want Kyle Busch in the 3 car.
Listen, we're gonna have that's a good topic for discussion right there,
Yes,
boys.
I like it.
Should the 3 continue after Dylan's done?
I like it.
Ooh-wee.
That's a good one.
All right, let's talk some Cup.
You got to give me my heckers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rick. I thought it was your Heckers. I apologize.
No. Don't cut me off because it's important, because I went on the other side of where you guys went.
Okay.
You did.
The
I apologize.
follow-up to what was my wreckers, but your heckers, is Richard Childress's reaction. And I think we talked about this previously, Chad, but hell no, he shouldn't be suspended. And immediately he deflected and talked about Ty Dillon being right hooked at Coda and getting points. Getting points penalty and a fine, but not getting suspended.
Right.
And we
Or
reasoned-
according to him, they did.
Yeah, and
nothing
we
to it.
reasoned
Yeah.
that out. NASCAR reasoned that out, that it was a low speed incident and there was runoff area, and you didn't send a guy, in this case Eric Almirola, into the wall headlong at 160, 175 miles an hour.
Right.
Here's the part of the comment that got me, and I think you talked about it before.
Blue
It's who you are.
Mhm.
We're a blue collar team, and they're out to give us trouble all the time.
Do you
And I
want me
might
to give
not
you
have
the
had
quote?
I might not have had every word correct, but did I have most of it?
I
You had
have
most
the,
of it.
I have the quote here if you want it.
Go, do it.
The quote was, "Hell no, they didn't do a damn thing to Austin Cindric when he wrecked Ty Dillon and admitted to it. Drove him into the right rear and wrecked him at Coda. It's who you are. We're a blue collar team. They give us trouble all the time."
And that's
So my
coming from
final-
a staple of the industry. Like,
Yeah.
he goes all the way back to, a long time ago. Like you said, 3 for Dale, right? Like, so I don't understand why he would say that when.
So
Yeah.
here's my finished comment to the what the heck. And I think this is the ultimate mic drop. Chad, are you pretty much a blue collar guy?
Yeah.
Chris Justice, you pretty much a blue collar guy?
All the way.
Rick Kojan, blue collar guy. Apparently, Richard Childress is a blue collar guy running a blue collar team. Let me ask both of you, and I'm going to include myself. Do any of us own a beautiful winery?
I
No.
only own a lot of wine bottles. Let's start there.
Next topic.
We have box wine.
Next topic.
That
Is
was
that
on
being
sale
blue
too.
collar when you own Childress Winery? Is that blue collar? Listen, I'm not trying to disrespect Richard Childress, but I mean, come on. You're
Yeah, that's
blue
definitely-
collar, bro. I've been to that winery
That's
several
definitely not
times.
blue
It's
collar.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the 3 of us on our 3 salaries and our combined incomes and 401ks couldn't afford it. Done.
we
Next
couldn't
topic.
we couldn't even pay the light bill at that place.
Next topic.
All right, let's get into some Cup.
Thank you. I had to get that off my chest.
Glad you did. You feel better?
I do.
All right,
let's
good.
let's talk some checkers. Chris, you're up first.
Listen, man, my checkers for this race has got to be my main man Bubba on this one. I know you're not a big Bubba fan, but here we go. You had all the melee.
Who are you
all the
directing
hype.
that at? Who's not a big Bubba fan? Me or Chad?
I'm
Me.
just Chad's not a big Bubba fan.
I'll put myself in there. I don't think I'm a big fan either. Go ahead.
But listen, so I respect this. I respect the winning, because he qualified second, fast car, and won the race, right? So it wasn't like he won on a Mother Nature rain delay, pit strategy, right? You come from 30th and you stayed out when everybody else was pitting and you won the race. He had a fast car all day. He did what he needed to do. He fended off another wheelman, right? On restarts.
No, he fended off the wheelman.
Listen.
Chad, come on, the wheelman.
Yes.
And
Listen.
and your boy's favorite driver, the
Listen.
wheelman.
and,
wheelman.
and the defending winner of that race.
Listen,
Yeah, that's
he
legit.
he
That's
held him
legit.
off, right? So I had to give credit where credit is due. Those guys, Bubba and the crew did a great job of managing that race from start to finish. And for me, they get the checkers.
Yeah. And again, I told you, I'm not a Bubba fan. That's
Mhm.
based on, I don't like how,
The antics that he did in the past.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
would
how,
agree.
Out of car. Yeah.
Yeah,
Out
out
of
of car
car
antics
person.
was not
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. But he earned that win. He went out and got it.
He earned it.
100%. He gets
Yes.
that. The other checkers that I will say is for NASCAR allowing that to go back
Finish
green.
out.
It would have
Absolutely.
it would have been
Strong.
really easy.
Strong.
But Bubba had a
Just like they did at Dover.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bubba-
Just like they
Bubba
did.
had a
Yep.
Bubba had a 2-second lead.
3.5.
Well, okay.
Yep.
3.5-second lead.
Yep.
There was 6 laps to go. It would have been really easy for them to say, hey, race done, but we saw some of the best racing of the entire race on
At the
those
end.
on those restarts.
Yeah.
And to see him go take it to Kyle Larson twice was incredibly impressive. Nobody can take that away from him. He
No.
didn't get a rank and great for him that they went back, because to his credit, to all his haters, they would have said, "Oh, NASCAR gave him another one." Because
DEI. Right.
yeah,
So
when
listen,
when he
here's
got
the other
his
thing.
Talladega, when he got, it was a rain shortened race.
Yeah.
NASCAR just trying to hand him another one. He went out and he won that race.
Do you think, and here's a little conspiracy theory, do you think they wanted to go back green because of all the court drama in 2311?
To find another winner. I heard that too.
I'm just
Well,
asking.
Well, I
Here's
don't.
another question for the fans and the followers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Do
good
you
one.
think we went back green with 6 laps to go because Larson was P2, right? And Bubba was P1 on the restarts?
Give him a crack.
And let's see what happens. And you had the 11 behind him. You had you had some good drama,
Yep.
right? You had some good drama and good teammates running third, fourth, fifth, sixth, right? So you had some good buildup with the lane choosing and who's going to push who and restarts, right? Like it's a little drama in there, right? But I'm
And-
glad they went back green.
Yeah. And he becomes just the third open car driver to win a Cup Series race since
Yeah.
the charter system started.
Yeah.
So another shout out. I may be taking Rick's here. I don't know, but another shout out we need to give is our girl Catherine Legg, bringing home a
Listen,
top
top 20.
20 finish, 17,
Started 38th.
and drove a heck of a dude. This girl is somebody should be looking at this girl for a full-time ride. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If she got in good equipment, you got to remember she's running an open car that's
She's in BJ McLeod's car, right?
live fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's not his anymore, but yeah.
yeah.
He made a lot of money off that charter sale.
Yeah.
Good
He
for
got
him.
out at
So-
the right time, didn't he?
Good for him.
She's funded with some really good sponsors, some really unique sponsors to her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it would be a great opportunity for a team to look at her and put her in a, the more time she gets behind the wheel, I think you're going to see her continue to improve. She's done nothing but improve all season long. For as much crap as she got at the beginning, including from us, she's done nothing but prove everybody wrong quietly and with no drama, with no pushback. She just did the work.
Yeah, I agree
So,
100% with you there, super fan.
Rick?
She did what she had to do.
My turn on checkers.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
You're up.
Listen, I'm really excited about this one.
Uh-oh.
No, it's Bubba Wallace. And I am not a Bubba Wallace fan. And we talked about it. I don't love his act. It's not an act. I don't love his persona when he gets out of the car and they're short, snippy interviews. And he's very hard on himself. He couldn't take like fifth as a win or whatever. And like I don't know, I just love him outside of the car. But I'm going to tell you, this is a monumental win for NASCAR. And here's why. This is the first black driver to ever win at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm not trying to make it about race, but in this instance, it is. And I'm talking about Indy back to Ray Haroon. Okay.
Period.
So
even ESPN picked that up.
And funny you should say that. Right? I think I sent that out to you guys. I have the ESPN app. I'm sure you guys all do on your phone as well. First black driver wins Brickyard. ESPN never pays shit attention to our sport, but it made it in their bullet points down there. So noted, Chris Justice. That's one.
Yep.
His third career win, you guys talked about it, defended himself on 2 restarts against the Kyle Larson driver. Had Mother Nature just basically hand him one with a 3.5 second lead. Rain comes out. They put everybody on his back bumper. I just think that, like in this instance, and Chris, I'm going to ask both of you. If you're in a NASCAR race, I got 4 guys that get booed. Give me the 4.
Kyle Busch.
100% right.
Bubba Wallace.
100% right.
Denny.
Denny Hamlin.
100% right.
And Logano.
100% right. That's why we do this, because we know this sport. I love that. I think, and I hate to say this, I think like you could figure out like the Logano, you could figure out the Hamlin, right? I mean, I think you can figure out the Kyle Busch. I think sadly the Bubba is still a little bit race based, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I hate to say that, right?
Absolutely. I mean,
Chris, they could paint you purple like the Cookie Monster, and I'll still love you. By the way, the Cookie Monster was the official whatever that was. I thought that was weird. That's stupid. Here's the moment that touched me. Everybody focused on him after the race. I think he's a different person with his child in his hands, and that's all awesome. As I'm walking off pit road, I'm looking at the big board.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what I saw? I saw multiple drivers,
Congratulate him.
come up and give him this out the window, give him the door bump.
Right.
And the ones I remember, Blaney, Bowman, Chase Elliott, Briscoe, John Hunter Nemechek. And I know that Bubba and Blaney and Elliott are kind of a brat pack.
Yeah. They play the instruments and the guitars and the drums together. They do a bunch of out of the track activities together. Yeah.
For me, forget the bullshit on booing him, and the fans will be what the fans will be. And I'm sorry, fans. I'm telling you right now, you got to change your goddamn opinion on him. Those drivers, when you have that much respect from your peers, there's my checkers. Home run.
It says a lot about where you started and have you grown, right? To get that respect in the garage area. Yeah, because there was a time he got zero respect, right? Like 100%. he was an animal. And to show that turnaround,
I felt good
as his career has grown, you have that.
Agreed.
Yeah, hats off to him.
All right, my wreckers was the lap 56 restart. So the 21 of Josh Berry misses a shift, stacks up the whole field. 47 of Stenhouse gets sent into the wall. A ton of guys got damaged on that restart. Ty Dillon, who was going for the $1 million in the bracket challenge, got damaged. Kyle Busch, who was having a solid day at that point, got damaged. Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez, just a ton of guys
Yep.
just all busted up from the accordion effect, from the miss shift of my guy in the 21 car. That was my wreckers. Rick.
Record up.
Wrecker.
My wrecker goes to Christopher Bell, and it hurts me because C-Bell's on my fantasy team, and I know I feel like I add homers every weekend, but here's what bugged me. It kind of was a right rear hook. It was actually a right rear bumper hook to Zane Smith, put him headlong into the wall. And we all know this sport well enough. It's one thing to wreck in the corners. It's another thing when you turn a guy on a straightaway. Okay.
Right.
But here's what I'm gonna say about it. And I know this is fact because I checked. This is not Christopher Bell. He made a mistake. You can't change how it ruins Zane Smith's day. I checked with one of my buddies at Front Row. The SMT data 100% confirmed that, like, he wasn't bumped up into Zane Smith. This was just, he made a mistake. Okay. I heard, I didn't see it, I didn't hear it, that he went around as much as he could after the race ended and tracked down team members from Zane Smith and apologized. Like, I know who C. Bell is, and I think we all do. I think we've seen how he races, and I hate to make him the wreckers, but I just think he didn't mean it, and I applaud him for his efforts to apologize for it. That's my wreckers.
Mistakes happens, right? So the fact that he owned it, speaks volumes, right?
Yeah.
My wreckers for the Cup race is going to be Mother Nature. And here's why. You had pit stops, you had tire runs, you had fuel strategy, and that late caution comes out with Bubba in the lead. Don't get me wrong.
Lap 156, right? I believe it was. 160. Right? Yep.
Of 160.
You're
and
spot
you had guys on different fuel strategies, fresher tires. You had guys with lap times that was better than the leader.
Yep.
And they was making moves. And then everything bunched back up, cooled back off, and it wiped it all away with that downpour off of, one part of the track.
Yeah, one turn. So
one
Chris,
turn. One
of our super fans, his name is Haas, coincidentally, and they were out there. I'm on pit road. I'm like, what are we doing? Why is the flag out? Yeah. He's like, we're getting soaked down here. He's like, 1 and 2 are soaked. I'm like, what?
Yeah. That's literally how big this place is. Like, pit road was dry. Pit road was dry at the time the caution came out. And we're all watching, like, what is this caution for? Is this like the infamous debris caution? Right? Like, what do we have? Right? And then obviously they pan to the camera and it's like soaking wet in the corner. You're like, oh, yeah, this is why. And then they go to the in-car cameras and you see raindrops on glass. So yeah, but that's my record for the Cup race was Mother Nature with the closing laps to go. Solid. And you had the different strategies and you had everybody playing out. Will we make it? How much did you save? Can you push? Yeah. It changed the game.
All right, let's talk some heckers, Rick.
Oh, I'm up again?
Yep.
All right. Well, Chad, I'm sorry, but did you or did you not have like 3 checkers? Like, you kept firing checkers off, and at one time I heard you make an apology, and you did take one of mine, but I slotted it under my what the heckers. And my what the heckers is, what the heck, Catherine Legg finished 17th. But thank you. And then you're the host of the show, so you can have as many checkers as you want.
It's all of us.
You took a bunch. And like, I want to say, like, I hear people calling it, her name is not Leggy. It's not Leggy. It's Leg. Just like Chris doesn't work for Hendricks He works for Hendrick. Okay, there's no S on it. So that pisses me off. She stayed in the top, like part of the, well, first of all, she stayed on the lead lap the whole race. She stayed in, like, I'm going to call it top 25, stayed out of trouble. Give her all the credit in the world. I think it was a bit of a milestone for that team and its finish. I agree with Chad. Sponsorship, better car. Kudos to her. I mean, that was an unbelievable run. And as a co-companion, because apparently Chad can have as many checkers as he wants, my 1B to my heckers is SVG. And a buddy of mine told me, he goes, Rick, he goes, this track doesn't have 4 corners, it has 8. And if you think about it for a minute, it kind of does, right? It has 8 corners, into 1, out of 1, short shoot, into 2, out of 2. There's 8 corners. He goes, I'm going to tell you something right now. He goes, SVG is going to have a great run. He goes, because this almost races road course-ish. He goes, you got to have throttle control. He goes, and those flat corners are a bitch to manage. And sure enough, doesn't he come home? What was he, like two spots after Catherine Legg, not Leggy? That's what I got.
I would agree 100%, Rick. She put on the show.
Yep.
And you can say, oh, she didn't put on the show. How'd she put on the show? She finished on the late lap. She stayed out of trouble.
Yep.
And she beat superstars.
Yeah.
She beat people that are selling T-shirts by the dozens.
For sure.
Right? She finished ahead of them.
Yep.
Hats off to her. Right?
Chase Briscoe just won a race, didn't he?
He was the pole sitter.
Yeah, she beat him.
And she beat him.
Done. 100%. Good call. Come on, Chad. Pile on, super fan.
What you got?
Well, my heckers, Rick, I know this is going to involve you, so I'm going to tread lightly here.
How's it going to involve me?
Well,
must be the 00.
Let me
Excuse me, 41.
Well, that's Xfinity.
Wrong race.
Oh,
Wrong
no.
race.
You're not going to do it, are you?
So
Chris has been drinking. That's okay. We all have. Well, you haven't, but go ahead.
So the 2 of Austin Cindric, the 22 of Logano, the 41 of Custer.
There we go.
All have tire failures that pretty much ruin their day. McDowell also had one, but that was pretty much from, I think, when he dumped Chastain. But we've talked about this before. Goodyear gives these teams recommendations on tire pressures for each race, for each tire. And they're obviously going under that for more speed and more grip if it works out. But in this case, we saw 3 Fords. 2 of them had been leading the race. They gamble on pressures, and their day was sunk because of that. What was the Ford information? How is it so off that these teams underinflated that much for that to happen? I mean, Logano was set up to win the race.
He actually was, I believe. Well, and he said on his time with Morning Drive that he thought Cindric was the better setup car, but he failed out first, then Logano failed out. But you're right. Penske as a whole had kind of the snooker strategy. You are right about that.
So let me help you with that as an ex-tire guy. Right. So you get these charts every week or info every week of maximum grip per air pressure, right?
Right.
So within that, you say, all right, the lowest air pressure we can go recommended is
the minimum, right?
Right. The minimum is XYZ, right?
Yeah.
We'll call it 25 PSI for lack of better numbers. Right. But you also know through sim that they do weekly, that if you go 23, it turns better.
Yep.
Right. So which one are you going to go with? You're going to turn better, or you're going to go with the recommendation, right? So that's that fine line that you got to have, that you got to live on that edge of that blade, right? To be successful, right? So some cars, probably played that fine line, but it also has to do with your pinion angles. There's a lot more geometry involved in that too, right? to how that tire heats and how that tire wears. So it's not as cut dry as, oh, they went too low on air pressure, right? There's a lot of other geometry and car setups that play into that along with the air pressures.
Right. It just seemed, again, it was 3 Fords, 2 from Penske, and then obviously the Haas car. So
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what I can add on ours, because I saw that smoking piece of shit be pulled off of our right rear. We're allowed to swear now because Noah Gregson's dropped the green flag on that. I talked to our car chief, Scott Brewer, and I asked him, I said, did we flat wear that out or was it a failure? And he said, no, we had run something over on ours. So I don't
Call your shot.
I can't speak for the rest of the cars. Like that did put us a lap down. I talked about that before. We got our lap
Right.
back, but I get what
Right.
you're saying. But there's a lot of factors out there.
Yeah, there's
Gotcha.
a lot more than just, oh, you went too low on air
Right.
pressure. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, no,
your
that
car
again,
setup
that's
is
why
different.
I'm asking the question. It just
Yeah.
appeared
Mhm.
that way because it was all Fords.
Yeah.
It was so. All right. Well, that wraps up that segment. Let's get
sir.
into call your shot.
Oh man.
Hey, listen.
All right.
Are we ever going to get one right? Like, I don't think, like, this is hard. Do people
Yes,
understand how hard this is to call
We
the
are
winner?
offers right now. This
but
is
it's-
offers.
Like, we've done this
It's
for like
fun, though.
3 weeks or 2 weeks. We suck.
It's all right. It's fun. Let's just keep
Okay.
having fun.
Fine.
All right. So we are headed to Iowa, and
Great.
Chris got to go first last week. Rick went first the week before that. So I'm going first this week.
Super fan. I'm marking
yeah.
this down too.
Well, yeah. And so we're not going to let Chris just homer right off the bat and take whoever he wants.
I
But-
don't know about the home
It
run
hasn't
this week.
worked
But-
yet, but go
It
ahead.
hasn't
Yeah.
worked.
Well,
Hasn't worked.
I'm going to homer myself a little bit here.
Okay.
And take a not so safe bet. I'm going
I know
with
where he's going.
I'm going with
can I guess?
the 21 car of Josh
Ooh,
Berry.
Josh Berry. Mm.
That's my shot for Iowa. Rick,
Mm.
you're up next.
I'm impressed by that call. Very impressed.
Mm.
Really, I'm impressed.
I appreciate it.
Mm. Let's see here.
Well,
Do you
I
want
don't know.
odds?
nope,
That's
no,
what
no,
I
no,
was
no,
looking
no,
up.
no, not for me. Not for me.
Chris, I have
Not for
them
me.
if you need me.
Because there's a home run hitter that's
You think
easy.
so?
Yeah, and I could take it off the board, but I won't. I'm going to leave it for you. Yeah, I'm going to leave it for you. Ready?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Go for it.
You
Go
want me
for
to,
it.
you want me
Go
to
for it,
stall
Rick.
more?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So I thought the trend was kind of Ford-like, and when Chad did his setup there, I'm like, yeah, he's Homer in there. And because he did, I'll do it too. I have an easy pick, but I'm going to go away from it. I'll step outside the comfort zone.
All right.
He needs a win. It's a Ford. I'm going Chris Buescher.
Oh, wait, that's a pretty good one. He's plus 2,200 too.
2,500 for
Okay. Depending
yeah.
on where you're
What
at.
was Barry?
Josh
Barry's
Berry's
1,700.
Yeah, I got 2,000 on my sheet right here, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm at
Close.
I'm looking at FanDuel.
There was an easy
So-
one that I left for
so
you. Go ahead and
you
take
got-
it.
you
If
got
you have
Lar-
no
we're not gonna
courage,
keep-
if you have
you
no
got-
courage,
No.
just take
All
it.
right.
I don't
Hold
have
on.
any courage.
Hold on a second. So you have Larson, Bell, and Blaney, who are all at plus 500 as the favorite. Blaney
They're
is
all
the
right there.
defending champion of this race. And then you have Denny at plus 750, Byron at 850, Elliott at 1,200, Logano 1,600, Reddick is also at 1,600.
Mm. Let's pull a rabbit at the hat here. Let's say our guys over there in that 4 car pull out a super strategy win.
You're calling Noah Gragson to win.
Gragson, his
I
first Cup win
love that so much.
in Iowa.
I like that. I
Listen.
wouldn't be mad about that.
I would celebrate it. I'll double down on that, Chris. You get right on that. $100.
Listen,
Boom. I'll just hand you the $100.
Noah's first win.
And then we'll all go out and party with Gregson.
Absolutely, we will.
Yeah, we'll drink through that $100 in like the first shots, but whatever. All right, there it is.
Yeah.
There it
All
is.
right. So there's our shots for
Legit.
Iowa.
I like that we didn't go favorite. Just by the way, Blaney led like 200 laps last year, but
He
whatever.
was a monster there last year.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And that's his like home track. So he went
Is
he
that
won
a
there.
fact? How is that so?
Well, he raced there. He's won there in like multiple series. He won there in what
These are things that the super fan knows, Justice.
Yeah, so you said he's a big favorite, not necessarily home
his
track.
his first win.
I just
ever.
know he's from Ohio, and Ohio's not near Des Moines or Newton, Iowa, but whatever.
All right. Well,
All right.
Rick,
Good stuff.
you can remind folks where they can find us here.
Well, they can find us on the place that I know best, which is wreckerspodcast.com. I tell all my friends.
.com. Check us out and hit that like button, subscribe,
Smash
share
it. Isn't that what Gregson said?
Smash that like
Smash
button.
that button. I don't even know what that
Smash that
means. That's so
button.
cool.
Smash that button.
Speaking
Smash
of
it.
Gregson, tell them about it, Chris.
Listen, we have Noah Gregson up on our podcast. He was with us before this one. So check us out, podcast.com. Check us out on Instagram. Follow us. YouTube, follow us. Make sure you hit those like buttons. And check us out. Noah has a lot to say. He's entertaining. He would keep you laughing. He would definitely get you through the day, your lunch break. If you're a delivery guy, he's going to get you from point A to point B.
How'd that guy
Listen to
even
us.
give us the time of day? It's
Listen,
the best.
We're good people, man.
Come on, man. That's
we
the
got
best.
We got some great guests coming down the pipe. What
do we got?
We're not letting up. We're not sharing. We're not telling. We're going to
Gas
keep people
on.
gas on.
on.
All right. Also on the podcast with Noah Gregson, he is going to announce the winner of the Roval weekend giveaway.
Absolutely.
He's
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
It's over. It's done. All the votes have been tallied, or the points have been tallied, I guess. And so Noah is going to announce that on his episode. Excited about that. So thanks to everybody who participated in that. Listen, this will not be our last giveaway. Who knows what we're going to do next, but this will not be the last thing we do. We also, if you see these two good-looking gentlemen here sporting these t-shirts, we have brand new t-shirts that are about to go up on the website.
These shirts are legit, dude. You did such a good job.
Yeah.
The hat that Chris has on right there is also going on the website. It's going to be available in that color. There is another like a black camo, and then it's going to be available in a gunmetal gray Richardson, which is this hat here.
I went wide open, hoping for a little taste of that unknown, living in a fast car, living in a fast car days.
Good episode, guys.
Hit that like button, subscribe, listen to us, check us out. Please continue to share. Thank you, guys.
Give us another 100 followers.